Welcome to Actual Play. Tonight, I am your lore master, and we're playing The One Ring by Free League. All channel proceeds are split between the Black Lives Matter and the Trans Legal Defense and Education Fund. And a big shout out to Dyson Logos for tonight's map. So check out his Patreon. Our players tonight are Heidi, Jeremiah, and Rich, and they don't know about that map yet. How are you folks?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Excellent. Let's do kind of a quick recap and jump back into the action. Does this sound good?
Yeah.
From what I last remember from last week, we ended with a new follower of Gorlak falling from an alcove built into the hilltop down maybe 10, 12 feet onto the ground. He recognizes, let me get his name right, Don, and then passes out. This is after tricking some trolls into attacking the camp held by orcs, and then taking control of that campsite. That's where we're going to pick up at. I want to say, I think you guys went back down to the campsite after the trolls left sometime that morning. So it's probably not quite noon yet, right? And so I will leave it open to what you want to do first.
I feel like we should maybe go check on that guy.
Yes, I would agree.
While keeping a watch out for. It seemed like he was running for something. So if anything else comes running out of that hill.
Right. And like I said, it's about a good 10, 12 feet up off the ground. It's like a little, I know there's a name for it, but like a little entrance, but you can't, I mean, it's off the ground, and I don't know if it was made for folks to come out, but he fell right off of it. The ledge is small, and he fell right off of there. Maybe he saw the light from the other side and thought, I'm free! And 10 feet drop, right? 10-foot drop. Oof. Yes. Who wants to check on him? And how are we doing that?
I mean, Daphne cares about people. Deep concern.
Yeah, like I imagine, like I'm going over there, but I'm more worried about kind of keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
If this guy's hurt or injured, that's beyond my skill set.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Same for Ninder. It is appropriate that Daphne would care for the wounded one.
All right. So let's do this. For the lookout, go ahead and make a test for me there. I am taking a look at what we need to check on our fallen guy.
There is a heal skill.
I thought there was. I was looking for, there's too many games running through my head, and I thought first aid, and I didn't want to say first aid, and I thought, let me take a look. Yeah, there's a healing skill. So let's do that. Daphne will make a healing check.
Okay.
And I think Farron should make that making sure no one's sneaking up on us test.
Okay.
Which I believe is scan.
Which one would you like first?
Let's do the healing check. This guy's unconscious. He's already battered and bruised up. You can see this on him before he even took the fall. What we're left with is, does he have any breaks or anything like that from falling, let's say 12 feet from that drop?
All right. Well, that's not a great start, is it?
That's fantastic. I like it. No, that's a good start. So yeah, I think he's got, and this is not true. This is letting me know what you find, right? In my mind, Daphne has some healing ability. She has some knowledge, right? So this isn't anything you did. This is his state, right? So he's got at least a couple of breaks, right? Let's say a leg, an arm, those are easily broken. Maybe he's got some fractures from that fall, but he's also got some fresh bruises and cuts, like he's been in a fight. He's unarmed, no armor, maybe a cap, right? And maybe that's like a leather cap, but that's about it. Maybe he's got a backpack, like a traveler backpack. There might be rations and water in there. That's about it. That's on him. What did Farron get for his scan check?
So I haven't rolled it yet. So one of my useful items is a spyglass.
Yes.
I think that'll be useful, and maybe if I, get a little bit of elevation, so I can keep an eye out and a good. If that'll give me a bonus for having that.
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
We know there was at least a patrol of orcs out here with a ward, so
Nice.
I think that is useful and appropriate.
So that is real high. So 24. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Well,
fantastic.
but I got like 2 6s.
Oh, nice.
So that's a heck of a roll.
All right. I need to make note of that. You've got 2 of those.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Absolutely exceptional and memorable. I don't know how that works when keeping an eye out, but
So I would say you are for certain. There's nothing in the nearby, and from the distance it took from you guys wherever you camped the night before to this new campsite. It's pretty clear, and you have a path back to that.
nice.
Right? Like a back door or a way to get clear if things go dicey here.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I like that.
And we call that the results of your scan test. I like that. So I think Don is near.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
I think Don is near where technology, man, it's a curse and a boon. I think Don is near Daphne and close by. Hands off, because he's more farmer than healer, right? But he seems to be concerned about this guy.
Did you say, is this guy unconscious?
Yeah, he's still unconscious.
Okay. So I think when I walk up, it's like, oh, your leg is not supposed to go that direction. Oh boy. And I will ask Dawn to help me sort of gently arrange this fellow in a more comfortable sort of position.
Right.
That I think won't hurt him, but I could be wrong. Oh no. I've scared away our lore master.
Oh no, I heard. I've heard that you're rearranging MSO having done with it. I found this squeamish, but if you're giving him direction, he does what you tell him to do. Is he going to be okay? Is he going to live? Is he going to be fine? We're from the same town.
Yeah, he'll be. I think maybe we can put him on a horse and send him somewhere else.
I'll take him with me, or I will see him home.
I look to my are you Farron and Nendor nearby enough to hear this conversation?
Nindor is.
I'm probably distracted by checking out the sightlines.
Okay. So I think Daphne maybe kind of looks to Nendor like, we could send him back to Rivendell, I guess. I don't know what's closest. I've sort of lost track of where we are, to be honest. Other than that, there's a beautiful patch of flowers over there.
For now, I think it is best that we keep this wounded man safe, but our trip out here may need to come to an end soon if we don't find a way to help him.
We could build a sleigh.
We have 3 ponies, don't we?
I have one for sure.
And I have one, and we got Thunderbolt from Haleth, but I don't know if we kept the 2 that we had in the beginning or if those were with our initial companions.
Right. I think they're with the initial companions, right? Because Farron would have had one, Daphne had one, and then we picked up Thunderbolt along the way, right? And that would have made it harder to, especially if we knew we were traveling this far north, with 2 more ponies. So I think Don points out that you could take one of the horses and see this man home.
But then the horse would leave.
We've got 3.
I mean, it's a fair point. We should probably make sure he's at least conscious before we send you off.
And I will say he can be conscious whenever you 3 are ready for him to be conscious. He's not dead. He's just going to be in a lot of pain. He's got some broken bones. There might be some shock, but he can be conscious game-wise whenever you need him to be.
I think like Daphne would be looking for, to do some field triage of just like little splint, little happy flowers, psychedelic mushrooms to get him through the trip, a little something to make it easier and safer on the way back.
Right.
With that roll, I don't know how successful that all is, but she's going to give it her best.
No, that's fair. I am doing to try to make my sound better. Because it's like I've got some issues on my end, and I don't know where my wired set is. So a second, let me get a wired headset and put that in and see if that makes our sound better.
So in the meantime, I guess like as a party, I'm not opposed to like, because I feel like this guy is probably beyond our assist. Like we're probably not gonna be able to give him the help he needs. So like I'm kind of on the same page as Dawn. Like getting him out of here might be the best thing for him.
Yes, I agree. Giving up a horse is a bummer, but sending this person off with Don or Dauber,
Or both.
which or both.
I don't fully trust both of them. So, if it's an excuse to get rid of both of them.
From a player perspective, I'm perfectly happy for the NPCs to go away.
Sure.
Some GMs like having an NPC in a party so they can
Yeah.
voice stuff from that level. So
Yeah.
I'm also okay with one sticking around. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't want to drag this person around in a sled. That just seems like it's really going to cause problems.
I meant like a sled back to help, not that we were going to keep him with us.
Yeah. And I can help with
Awesome.
that. I'm a dwarf. I got crafty skills. And then I'm wondering, I guess
Something cool.
we don't, I don't know what the closest, because part of me is like, maybe we send them back to the Rangers, because that is a Ranger horse. And even if, I forget her name already, Heleth, even if Heleth's dead, like maybe the horse should go back to her people.
Mhm.
And they might be the closest to help at this point. I don't know, because we left Rivendell and then we met up with those Rangers sort of part way.
On the way, yeah.
Yeah, they were sort of between Rivendell and Bree somewhere. So like sending them back that way might be the closest as far as like the quickest help for this
Speaker.
guy.
Yeah. I feel like if we send them off either with like, if you hit Rangers and they'll help you, great. If not, here's the city
Yeah,
that you're headed toward.
yeah. Go south until you hit the West Road or whatever it's called, and then. I mean, like you said, he'd probably go back to Bree because he knows the guy. So if they're both from Bree, then
That makes sense to me. I think that's a good course of action.
yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah,
But first, we should find out what this guy was running from.
yeah.
You know,
Well, also
before we hang out here.
would be wise. Yes.
Because I think we I don't know if we knew. No, we knew as like in character that there's like these are crypts in these hills, so it's not like it's not like we don't have some general idea of what kind of nastiness could be lurking in crypts in the cold fells.
I mean, if we go in here, can you at least once, Jeremiah, have Farron say, and they call it Samine?
I'm trying to remember that.
Okay, good. That is a joke that on video game night on Mondays with one of my friends is made
Nice.
every week. Every single week. He does a passing impression of Gimli. So.
Gimli, yeah. Oh,
That is not the best sign.
oh, there we go. He's getting back into One Ring.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, are we still generally hunting for the
Gorlank.
Gorlank and his crew out here?
Yeah,
I think we've kind of picked up Hellas' quest to take out Gorlink.
yeah, because man, I can never remember Kieran. Like that, he kind of sent us to help her basically. Because if this is some dark sorcerer, then he wants us to help her. So I mean, the assumption I'm working under is that I don't know, through greed or whatever, they decided to check out this crypt, and probably something terrible has happened down there.
Of course, something terrible has happened. Does that sound better?
Yeah.
A
Oh,
little bit
so
better?
much better. Yes,
Yeah.
thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for doing
So I
it.
think I figured out what the issue is. I think it's, I hate to say it, Rich, I think it's roll, because I think it's trying to also use. So right now I'm in roll, but I did not join the table.
Didn't go live. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a good call.
Right, and so it's probably both apps are trying to use audio, and that may be doing something bad.
Maybe I'll drop off the table too then. Is my audio okay?
You sound good to me.
Okay. No, I don't want to leave table. I
No.
just want to not go. I don't care. I'm just going to stick it as is. Does that sound okay? I'm not going to touch anything for fear of breaking it.
That
You
sounds
might have
good.
to share your table again because when I recycled, I dropped off. I lost.
It's all good. I am happy
So-
to share screen.
So I think we have a bit of a plan of attack. We were talking while you were hunting.
We were productive.
Yeah,
Nice. I
We
like
earned
it.
XP.
yeah.
I like it.
We didn't want dead air. That seemed like.
I think Sean would like that too. So awesome. Lay it on me. What you got? What are we doing?
Well, I think we're okay with sending these guys away after we talk to the unconscious guy, because it seems like we're probably not going to be able to give him the care he needs. So,
Oh, okay.
A, it's good for that guy, and B, it gets one or both of the NPCs I don't completely trust out of fear.
That's fair. That is fair.
Now,
Don
just-
and
this is-
Dauber. Go ahead.
Yeah, just to check in, do you want an NPC in the party, Matt J?
Oh, that is. Oh, I have. This is your fellowship.
All
I'm
right.
just the facilitator.
Just saying.
Yeah. And this fellowship is full.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Very
I'm here to help
exclusive.
facilitate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, we've got a good mix right now. We've got a human, we've got a dwarf, we got an elf. So no more, unless we get
And
a
Don
hobbit.
already told you where he stood, right? He was upfront about where he was at, right?
That's true. It's certainly not his jam.
It's a shame, really.
Yeah, I think the one thing we weren't clear on, because I can't really picture the map, is like where the best. It seems like maybe it might be best to send them back towards the rangers we ran into. Like that might be
Oh, sure.
the closest point of help, I guess.
Let's bring that up.
Oh, hey, there we go.
All right. So, of course, this is where we are, that little marker up there, right? I've already circled Goblin Town. Rivendell is straight south, right? The Rangers are going to be in green in the Troll Shaws, more in this region. And of course, Bree is way out here.
Way away.
East.
Yeah.
West. And that's where Don says he's from.
Right.
Beric is the injured guy. Yeah, and you would have gotten that from Don as he's, having this interaction with Beric.
Okay.
And out of Beric, if he's conscious, he's ready to go. He's scared. And he, on new uncertain terms, he says Gorlak did this, right?
Ah.
Right? Gorlak did this.
Did what?
He did this to everybody. They're all still in there. And he points back up to where he fell from. It's a crypt in there.
Wait, you mean he's beating you up and making you run off cliffs? Or what exactly is he doing?
The whole place is a trap. All of it. We're like cannon fodder.
He's just killing everyone?
He's making you guys go in front,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To suss out what sort of protections might be in this crypt.
Or dangers. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what he's looking for?
He says, this isn't the job we signed up for. I
Well, I
don't
can't-
know what he's doing.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Is he in league with Orc?
With orcs?
Yeah, we killed some.
No, it's just men. It's just us men. We didn't see any orcs.
I see. I believe it is best that we allow your friends to help you get back to civilization.
I'm gonna ask him if he remembers like much of what he saw in the crypt. Like, can he give us a rough layout? Like, if we're gonna go chasing Gorlink into this place,
Right. So he points to the hill up where he fell from. Let me see if I can do this right.
Oh yeah, I guess that's the other good question is how did y'all get in there?
Yes. So if you're around the face of a hill, and say this hill is mostly you're on the curved, rounded side, it goes up pretty steep. He points out where he fell from, and then he points along the western face of that hill, and he says there's a crack just yards down. You could fit maybe 1.5 men wide. That crack will lead you to a collapsed set of stairs, and those stairs will take you up into the crypt.
Okay.
I think there's a structure up on top of the hill.
How tall is this hill?
Ooh, you can't see the top of it.
So it's like it's like a Weathertop style hill, not
yes,
like
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Because I got rope. I got rope
Right.
and rebels.
We could climb it.
Take the shortcut. Okay. No further questions, I guess.
Yeah, so I think then Don and Dauber, they kind of get him situated on one of the ponies, whichever one you guys let go.
I figure we'll probably, unless Daphne just really, really wants a horse. I was assuming we'd send Thunderbolt back to the Rangers, but I don't.
Yeah, no, I think Thunderbolt. Daphne's got Nibbles as her horse, so she's not going to give that one up.
I like that you named the horses.
I'm also kind of thinking in the back of my head that if for some reason they're trying to like skirt around the Rangers, I feel like Thunderbolt. That's just where Thunderbolt will probably try to go back to. So,
I agree. Yeah.
They're Middle Earth horses. They're relatively, they can find their way back home. Oh, and then I don't know. We kind of talked about this while you were offline for a second, but like, I mentioned I might be able to like put together some kind of like sled litter sleigh thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's probably better. Like something you can immobilize the guy in, not just draping over a horse. Yeah.
No, that works. Yeah, that's perfect. So then let's call it noon by the time you guys get these folks settled, geared up, and on their way. And you're right, Thunderbolt can pretty much lead them straight back to the Rangers. They don't have to do a whole, if they just follow the horse, right? It's a done deal. And maybe we'll see them again one day.
Maybe they'll turn their lives around and become. What was it you were trying to?
Estate sale agents.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I know, that's fantastic.
They're going to become big movers and shakers in Bree.
That's right. You want to buy some land?
Hey, it's not farming.
Do you want to buy a bridge?
That's right. I got this bridge. Nice. And then what's the plan from here?
Friends, if we seek Gorlank, we know where he is gone.
Yeah. So, like, scale of 1 to 10, how intimidating is this hill? I know it's tall, but in my head, I'm still thinking I might rather climb the outside of it than go through the inside that's killing dudes.
Right. Let me see. I think it's pretty tall.
Okay.
Out of character, it's killing the dudes in front. We're coming from behind.
That's true.
We may come right up on Gorlank as he's snickering about his cannon fodder up front.
No, and that's a good point. He's going to be going a lot slower because we can have some amount of confidence that, assuming we're able to like follow a path that they've already been through, it's probably relatively safe. And chances are, whoever's getting killed, they're just leaving corpses behind. They're not like removing them. Right. So you're like, oh yeah, there's obviously some nastiness here. Yeah, I can't. It seems like we just got to go in the side door, the break in the cliff.
All right. I like how that sounds.
I don't.
I don't. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all fine. It's all good. It's fine.
Is it a dwarf not wanting to go underground?
Not where men are buried.
All right. So let me talk a little bit because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to set this up right. I don't know if it's going to do the right thing. So finding that crack in the hill isn't hard. You follow the western face, like Beric said, and yeah, it's structurally cracked, right? It may not have been there when they first built these structures, but an age has passed, and the crack isn't new. And like you said, it will hold. You could walk 1.5 abreast through the crack. It's dark, it's rough, right? Because it's a crack in the hill, so it's not smooth or anything. What do we? I'm assuming we have light sources.
I mean, I'm guessing we could just make some. I mean, I think we're assumed to have adventuring gear. I think is the way it works in the One Ring. Like some amount of your like load is just you're assumed to be carrying
Those kinds of things.
Yeah.
All right.
That we're led by the light of Daphne's joy into the darkness.
Into the darkness. As she plays a song.
Yeah. Or we wait until because I've already thought ahead to what I want to spend points on, and there's one of the I don't know if it's a reward or a virtue, but there's one for dwarves that just lets you see in the dark, and so I'm gonna take that one.
Nice.
But I don't have it yet.
No light.
Yeah, that's right.
Does it help your two compatriots of the fellowship?
Well, I can scout ahead in the dark. It'll be fine.
Everything's fine. It's all good.
It's fine.
Oh, this works out nice. Okay, yeah. This is good. This is good.
Ooh, loading the map. I see
Yes.
it coming.
Yes.
Oh, yep, that looks like a Dyson map.
Yes.
It's pretty slow to load. I assume it's a relatively large file.
Yeah, you, Rich, might have to zoom out because there are cards on top of the map that kind of hide some parts of the map.
Oh, that's why it's purple. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So nice.
That's
That worked out. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to remember.
Is this your tip to do Fog of War? Great.
Yeah, because
Awesome.
Roll doesn't do Fog of War, right? And I thought about doing this a couple of different ways, like cutting the map up and loading it as tokens.
As
But I wasn't
pieces,
sure how
yeah.
big. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this is fine.
yes.
Look at that cross hatching, friends.
Oh yeah, it's.
I know. I love that cross hatching. So here's the deal. So the crack, right, is going to lead you right into this hall here, right? It kind
from the side. Okay,
yeah, from the side, right?
interesting.
I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, the crack comes in through this way, right?
Okay.
And it gets smaller, and it's kind of underneath that passage, right? But it's broken up enough that you can crawl up and into that passageway. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'll volunteer to go in front.
No
Yeah.
arguments here.
I feel like this probably isn't my first time, in some dank
Ain't your first delve.
tomb, some kind of tomb.
Yeah.
I'm the treasure hunter. It seems like this should be my job. So
Yeah, and so right up at the top, you tell me if you are on the north side or on the south side. The span is probably about 5 to 6 feet at its furthest, right? As you come up onto the surface, onto the smooth finished area. Does that make sense?
yeah.
On the north side, there's a body right out of the gate. Right, it's dead. It's
Yep.
been there. Not ancient. It's one of the followers that came in here. Right.
Right.
There are rocks, big rocks that kind of crushed his upper half. Right.
Yep.
There are other rocks around him, so it's not one big stone. It's like a cave in, and
Yeah.
he just got caught there. Right.
I'm going to work under the assumption that that person specifically set something off. So, like, I don't know, to get an idea of what maybe I'm curious, like, you know, can I look under his body to be like, oh, there was obviously a pressure plate here he stepped on, or was there some like ancient tripwire? I just want to get some information on what kind of traps we might be, because I'm not going to 100% trust that everything's been disarmed.
Sorted out. Oh man, tonight this technology is just killing me. I'm dying. Can you hear me? Is everything good?
Yeah.
All right. This is also attached to my phone, and while my phone is in be quiet mode, I'm still getting the call here. So you guys cut out for a second. I'm cursed by technology tonight.
I actually heard the phone or something. I heard like a
Did you?
chime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's on quiet mode anymore.
I think that's a test.
Okay.
It might be a lore check, right?
Oh. Okay.
Because we're trying to discern what happened here. No, it's a riddle. Let's go with riddle.
Oh, okay. I was gonna push for scan, but I'll take riddle. That's better than
I
lore.
think it's riddle.
Okay. And I think we've already established that the two of you are bad at. Neither one of you have riddle, right?
Yes, I have no riddle.
Okay, cool. So it's all me. I mean, you know, there's a chance. Let's see what happens. I don't care enough to spend anything on it, so. Hey, I got it exactly with a 6.
Nice. No pressure plates. I think this level, some parts of it, is just fragile, right?
Okay.
And at least this thing right here, it caved in on him. Bad luck on his part.
Yeah.
Just this structure being weakened and compromised.
Okay. Yeah. Then I mean, I'll relay that, like, you know, obviously with the crack and the. No.
Okay. Cool. Because now it's hey, let me. I'm just cursed. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, so I'll let Daphne and Ninder know that
Now,
this immediate area looks to be safe, but like the structure as a whole could be precarious.
You guys
So
still there?
we just need to be careful. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Did you lose us?
Uh-oh. I can't hear any. All right, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Give me a second. All right, there we go. I'm back. Whew. I turned the Bluetooth off on my phone because I was getting a lot of calls in.
Oh.
But it's also connected to the computer, so it shouldn't have, but it did. So I'm back.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's technology curse night. Yeah, I think that it's a case where he's in the wrong spot at the wrong time in a structure that's failing, right?
Yeah. And I'm almost wondering, like, in the back of my head, if this, like, when they got here, if this crack wasn't necessarily like all the way open, if they had to like do a little bit of work to the last couple of feet and that triggered something bad. So
I want to say he does have mining tools. Yes, right. And they are out. They're not like put away in the pack or anything like that.
You call this a mine?
Well, you know, rock busting tools, right? Like, yeah, and he had them out. I think also at this point, you can hear in the south, and it's dark, right? You have light, but there's some distance.
Oh, okay.
You hear heavy chains And then there's a voice. Hey, is somebody there? Is somebody there? Hello?
Yeah, it's Barrick.
Is anyone else alive? Help me.
Who's down there?
It's Vin. Help me. Marin did this to me. I'm locked. How many are you left?
Not very many.
Do you have a hammer? Keys? Picks?
You're literally locked up.
Yeah, I'm chained. He chained me here.
I'm looking at Daphne and Indor like, I mean,
Who is Marin?
Marin was the traveler we ran into who said his stolen. He was looking for some. We sent him on his way, I believe.
so he was a liar, was what I'm hearing.
Well, either he is or I don't know.
Something. I guess my gut instinct is, whatever's happening in here, I don't want to just bandit or not. We probably don't want to. Granted, at the moment, he's not in our hair, so.
Well, we can't just leave him chained up.
That's true.
I'm going to complicate this.
Oh,
there is a blood-curdling scream to the north of a man in pain. You can hear it, and it's sudden, and then it stops.
Well, now we have two options.
I'd like to give you options.
Well, let's not split up.
Let's see about freeing this Vin and send him back to the crack how we arrived.
And then we should hurry before anyone else gets hurt ahead of us.
Yeah,
Yes.
He might be able to give us some updated information. I like that. Yeah. So let's go slowly and carefully towards Vin's voice.
Yes. You get down there, and this is very reminiscent of ancient human structures, right? Maybe in some history class, they talk about things that happened in the Second Age, right? And this is a tomb, and you're walking into a tomb for an esteemed person. Usually, you might have a little more bodies in an area, not necessarily built for a king, but this was built for someone of renown. That square icon in the middle of the floor is kind of a stone effigy, kind of built into the floor, but it's all busted up, right? There is a man at that last column before you fully enter the room, kind of manacled and chained. There's a heavy chain around his leg that has him chained to an iron ring built into the column. And that is in this area, right? That's that last column. This is that stone effigy that is built into the floor, but it's been busted up. Like the Egyptians like to bust the noses off of statues they don't like anymore. This effigy is busted up like that. It's big, maybe 7 to 8 feet long of a figure.
Okay.
But Vin is a big man. He's manacled in. I think when he sees you, right, who all approaches, because he knows what Barrick looks like.
Oh, for sure.
Nindor would approach. He's got his spear out. He holds a finger up. Quiet, Vin. Very quiet.
Where's Barrick? Who are you?
Barrick was able to escape. We're here to help you and the rest of your friends. Gorlank is an enemy of ours.
Gorlank? Oh, yeah. 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 Gorlank Marin did this to me. Gorlank is the name for the rubes. Or so I thought. I thought we were closer than that.
I see.
I'm gonna ask Kim what Gorlink Marin looks like.
He describes Marin,
Cool.
right? To a T, right?
Yeah.
He describes Marin.
Awesome.
I think Daphne hears that. And she's like, well, I'm confused because Marin was looking for stolen trade goods. He said he had silver and carvings, and this just doesn't, I don't understand. I'm confused.
He shakes the chain that he's got. And I'm going to tell you, you're not cutting that with a sword. That's not happening today. That happens in old Western movies. You're not cutting through this manacle.
Does it have a lock?
with a sword. It does have a lock. He says he's pissed that I didn't bring some round rock that he was looking for. And this is my punishment for failure, right? He's looking for some, I don't know, some rock. And I was supposed to bring it here. And it didn't work out, right? So this is my punishment.
Just to be chained here, or are you bait for something?
To my knowledge, other than, the folks who fell through broken floor planks and had rocks fall on them, there's nothing in here.
You guys were responsible for and I point back, towards the giant effigy thing. You guys did that?
No, that was like that when we got here.
Okay.
What's everybody doing right now? Are we all around Vin?
I was about to get started on trying to get him out of these chains while talking to him.
Cool.
I think Daphne's going back to grab those mining tools in case the
yes.
lock picking doesn't work.
Yes. Nice.
I believe the Nindor was keeping an eye towards the north, because it seems like there's no one here. The sounds are all coming from the north, right?
Right. The last scream that you heard was from the north. Yeah.
Yeah. Staying near my compatriots. I would like to go out and help whoever it was that might be dead, but best if we remain close for now.
Gotcha. Farron is going to make a lockpicking test, I assume.
Yeah, I was just looking. I'm like, I don't even know what
skill
that would be. Maybe craft? I have no idea.
Maybe craft.
I mean, I think this might be a point where you find what you're best at and then argue for that. Is that what you should do? Is it a riddle?
No, I mean, I'm okay with craft. That's one of my favorite skills.
I think looking at this list, I think craft probably makes the most sense.
Yeah, unless stealth covers things that aren't literally just
right.
But I don't think it does. Oh, no.
All right. Let's stay with Daphne because she's going back to grab those mining tools. And that's easy. We can say you're moving with purpose, right? You get back to the body. You have to span that gap, right? Like I said, at its furthest, it's about 5 or 6 feet wide, and he's on the north side. You grab those tools. I think you don't hear anything, and that's the eerie part. It's silent, right? But you can see. It's dark in the north, but there's illumination, right? Eerie, spooky illumination in a figure, maybe 7 feet-ish, coming down the hall, right? It should be making noise, right? It's as if a figure's coming out of the dark, but it doesn't get any lighter, right? And like I said, there's an eerie illumination about it, and no sound. It's not running, it's not moving super fast, but it's coming down the hall. and it's big.
Am,
If you
am
want to
I
know more, you have to make a test.
okay? Am I assuming it can see me? We said we had light, so
Oh
Like,
yeah, if you've
the
got light, it
darkness.
can see you. Yeah.
okay.
And I'm assuming if we've got adventuring gear, everyone can have their own light source if needs be.
I think Daphne's first move in this case is not to make friends for once, and instead she's gonna try to just put her torch out, like stick it in the pile of rocks and snuff it out, and slip into some shadows here. And maybe her being quiet will be a signal to the others that something is wrong.
I like it. You are going to need a stealth test. Let's do that. I think while that's happening, Farron is making his attempt to free this guy. But Nindor definitely, if you're paying attention, you will see Daphne's torchlight go out.
Well, stealth.
Yeah. I'll be moving forward towards that.
Remind me how I can get more dice. I can spend hope?
Yeah, so you can spend hope to give yourself 1 die,
Okay.
but if you inspire yourself with one of your distinctive features, the hope will add 2.
Okay. Well, I don't think any of my distinctive features apply, but I will spend hope to give myself a little more of a chance here.
And then I guess like items, but I don't know if you would have any kind of useful items that would give you a bonus.
A little shot of liquor out of that flask. get through.
Calm your nerves.
Use a dulcimer and try an El Kabong technique.
All right. No, so I got a 14 against my 17.
Oof.
Ooh,
goodness.
yeah, that's rough. All right. You think you've got a spot in that rubble, in that gap, hunkering down?
Play dead.
Yes, playing dead. Let's free Vin. And my assumption is Nindor is moving to the north to find out what's going on with Daphne now that her torch is going out.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay. So,
and Vin's like, while you're working on the manacles, he's like,
yeah.
So why are you hunting Gorlank? Why is he your enemy?
Because he's an evil sorcerer.
What about the rest of us?
Are the rest of you evil sorcerers?
Well, no, but we're kind of cohorts, right?
Have you heard Innocence?
I think he chuckles and he says, "Of course not."
There's like I can imagine I'm like working on the lock, and then when he says that, I'll stop and I'll look at him,
Right.
and I'll just give him a stare for a second.
Right. And he says, "What do you want me to say?" Right.
I want the truth. We're not going to kill you if that's what you're asking. Maybe we put you in front of a bailiff in Bree. I don't know.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. We robbed people. People got hurt.
All right. Then I'm going to get back to it. So you said we decided it was craft, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's our
Cool.
best shot. I just did a scan through the skill list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have one of my useful items is lockpicks.
Nice.
I was like, I feel like at some point I'm going to need lockpicks.
We're gonna need these.
I feel like I really, really want this roll to. Well, how much do I actually care? I don't care. I don't care enough to spend hope. I'll just say that. Although one of my distinctive features is burglary, so I know what I'm doing.
Right.
All right. Let's just go for it. Nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Chink.
And I kind of imagined like I was like really into what I was doing, so I probably haven't fully caught on to A, Daphne's like going out, and B, Nindor left. So
Right.
I'm probably going to be playing catch up now. Like, where'd everybody go?
Where's everybody? Why is it so quiet?
I got so quiet.
I think this ghost, this apparition, passes by wherever Daphne's hiding at. And Nindor, I gotta imagine as an elf, you recognize this unliving thing for its unnaturalness, right? I gotta believe elves have some common knowledge about these things. Again, it's silent, right? It's uneerily silent, and it's ancient. It's got ancient armor on. It's dragging this big manga-like ancient sword behind it, just coming down the hall. What do you do? It's already past Daphne, and let's say kind of where the light went out at, so you have an idea where she was or is. It's past that gap. It's making its way back toward where Farron and Vin are.
I'm going to start backing my way quickly towards Farron and this Vin. There's something coming. You do not want to be here.
You do not want to be here. Now, at this point, it's between you and the gap to get out, right?
Right, yeah. I kind of expected that. But
Right.
I'm drawing it to where Daphne is not in the dark and in danger, and there are three of us, so...
Right. Nice. I think at some point, Vin and Farron become aware of what's happening, right? As you're looking down the hall. And at this point, everybody gets 3 points of shadow.
Ooh.
And we got to make some shadow tests.
Oh, because the test can maybe reduce that? Is that how?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. You can feel...
Where do we stick shadow?
Say it again.
Nothing. I got it.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can feel the death and the malevolence on this creature as it's making its way down this hall. I think Vin kind of breaks, right? Panics. And he runs to the south trying to find another way out. There's got to be another way, right?
Good luck.
He's all panicky.
Yeah.
Shadow tests.
I think you said that was just it was your virtue versus your wits target number.
Shadow test or those who fail the shadow test. Oh no, that's different. That's not what I want. Oh yeah. If you fail this, you become daunted and cannot spin hope for the rest of this encounter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And it's a what? Right? What are we checking again? I'm sorry.
It's against fear. It's a shadow test against fear.
Okay. What?
Wisdom, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's your wisdom target.
Which is going to be 1 for all of us, because
right.
Now, I have as a distinctive feature shadow lore.
Oh.
But I don't think would shadow lore help me to resist this, or is that just if I wanted to figure out what this ghost wants, kind of thing?
I think shadow lore gives you its knowledge. I think it gives you information.
Okay, that's what I would imagine lore would do.
Yeah.
Do you say wisdom is 1 die? It's just not on this character sheet?
Yeah, I don't think wisdom or valor ever got added to the character sheet.
Yeah, I need to update that. That's
But it starts at 1 for everybody. So
So we're doing a D6 and a D12.
Yep. And I think
And you spend hope to
Ooh, that's a good question.
resist shadow.
I think you can, yeah.
And then
I
the
am
target. Yeah, I'm
doing
thinking
that.
about it too. And the target numbers are wits, right?
Right, it's wits.
Ooh, here's a question. One of my distinctive features is willful. Would that help me resist fear?
I think so, yeah, because we're using, what is it? Is valor or wisdom? Let me. Yeah, because that would help because this is will based.
Sweet. I'll spend a hope on that.
And can I say that the distinctive feature of shadow lore is applicable here? That I know about ghosts enough to be a little less scared?
I will take that. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
And then
There's hope.
so that means I'm getting 2d6 because of this expenditure, I hope, not 2d12?
Correct.
Okay.
There's hope.
So a d6 and 3d6 and 1d12. And my target number is my wits, which is a 14. Awesome.
Okay.
Are you good, Heidi?
I got a Gandalf.
Heidi, I know you've got lots of hope. So is Daphne spending some hope to...
No,
Just gonna let it happen.
just gonna let that happen.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oof.
All that to
Oh.
fail.
Oh.
And then you said 3 shadow points, right?
Yep. So you will, yes.
Oof,
If you
okay.
did reduce it, it's 3 shadow points. I think.
It takes
Succeeding
6s.
the test.
Yeah, it takes 6s to reduce the.
But I think the first, just succeeding the test, reduces 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right. Each additional 6 will reduce another point.
Yep. Cool.
Everyone else, you're taking those 3 shadow points, and you cannot spend hope for the rest of this encounter. That is this apparition. Nindor knows through shadow lore. I'm gonna give it to you.
Nice.
It's a white, right?
Yeah.
And they're nasty. This is all the evil, dark sorcery that it takes to make this thing, and hatred to make this thing what it is. It passes right by Nindor. Doesn't care about Nindor.
Uh-oh.
And it's making its way toward Farron and Vin. I say this because maybe it takes 2 or 3 steps past Nindor, and the sword it was dragging, right? It starts to ready it, right? It swings it up, has it in 2 hands, right? It's getting ready, right? Where
Behind.
all this time it was dragging it behind.
And it's kind of heading towards Vin.
Vin and Farron, right?
Yeah.
You two are. It's not clear which yet because you're both south of it.
Yep.
We're gonna know pretty soon. I think if we're at home watching the TV show, we know it's not Vin.
Oh, I know what's going on. I know what it's sniffing.
I know what's going on. So yes.
Oh man. I think I'm gonna have to do the heroic thing here. And I'm gonna reach into my pack and pull out this orb that they've never seen before.
Yes.
And be like, "Oh, is this what you want?" And then run and try to keep it like I want to try to give time for Daphne, Nindor, and Ven to get out of here, and then hopefully me after, because I'm hoping this thing doesn't come outside.
Gotcha. Now, Daphne's closest to the gap to get out. She's right there. Nindor's just got to move north. You're south of Nindor, and Vin is south of you.
Yeah,
Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah. So I'll basically be yelling out like, "Everybody, run! I'll buy you time."
I will buy you time. Gotcha.
And I'm literally
All right.
like holding the thing up, trying to entice
Bait it.
Yeah.
Are you going to let Vin out ahead of you and then try to make your escape?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Daphne, Nindor, what are your plans? Farron gets out his everybody run, right? So you hear all that. And you get what he's trying to do.
I'm moving up, spear at the ready from behind this creature. I'm not going to strike it until it looks like it's going to strike one of my friends.
Gotcha.
But I'm ready.
I think Daphne would kind of back up into the crack a little bit, like she's ready to run out, but she's got a bow, and that thing has a weird unnatural light about it, so that's an easy target. So she's got an arrow ready, and she's not quite leaving Farron to his own devices just yet. Because if that gets too close, she's going to shoot at it. She doesn't know if you can shoot a ghost, but it might at least distract it. So
right. All right, we're going to leave it there. Take a quick break. Come back. Figure out can we test our way out of this fight, or is this a fight? 10 minutes. We'll be back.
All right.